Howdy, howdy. We've got mail day and we've got a lot of mail to get through. Trading cards from Wonders of the First, Marvel cards, as well as a couple comics that came in, both from a cover artist that I really enjoy, as well as some Kickstarters or some crowdfunders. So let's get into it. We're going to start with the purchases of the week, including one that had to come in a mag case. So I'm very excited to see that. But first, let's go through my buys from Hobby Club. I didn't get too much from Hobby Club, but they did run some singles. So I got a formless foil Dealmaker Palladius. This is a great card, great hit. Even though it's common, it's very, very cool. As well as a paper or regular Autumn Essence Animated. This is a Mythic Umbrathine, very powerful. This one's going to go in the binder. I didn't see them pull it, but it's in great condition. So slowly but surely building up that Mythic collection there. So actually I'm gonna put that right there. And this was another stream. I think I just bought a pack because I feel some paper in here. Yep, I feel some paper. So that's from that pack. And my hits on this one was token pack, common foil, and common foil. Okay, so that wasn't really anything. But what I did get too, now remember, this is over the course of a week. I save all my packages, so I didn't get all this in one stream. But over the course of a week, maybe a week and a half, I got 5 Giddy packs. And I think it was 2 in one stream, and then 1 in 3 separate streams. So I think is how it came out. So if you want to see me rip these packs, be sure to like and subscribe. I rip packs on the YouTube channel. Do one of these have the Emma Stone foil? If they do, I should be much more gentle. So make sure you follow me on YouTube. Like and subscribe to see me rip those free packs. Next, I got some packs from Circle Squirts. I hate that name. Way to go, guy. You can barely even type his name because Whatnot censors it. But I did get some stuff from Circle Squirts, so looks like we got a token pack. We did get a rare Chrysalis Spider, so that's cool. Let's go through. I won't spend too much time on the bulk here. But then we got a Harp Enjoyer and we got a Seraphina hit. I actually know someone that's searching for this one. I got mine already. So that is a rare formless foil. Very pretty. So I did hit that. Ironically, this one's not in the top loader. Oh, and look at that. We got a Paper Witch Warden. So very cool. Very great pack. I think I bought 3 packs because I tried. Now I can't even do 3 packs anymore. I tried to do 3 packs at a time. So a formless Seraphina and a Paper Witch Warden is fantastic. In fact, I'm putting together a deck that actually needs it. So very glad to have that as well. So thank you, Circle Squirts. That was a great pack. The reason why I do 3 packs now is with what the price of packs going up, you need a hit. You can't just buy 1 pack and rely on it to do the job. You need to get a hit. So I want to make sure that I at least break even on my investment, and you can't do it on just 1 pack, especially if it's a token pack. So I always try to make sure that I give myself leeway for a hit. So 3 packs, about $50, $60. If you can hit 1 card, you might break even if it's a good formless foil. 2 card, actually, you'll get something, usually at least a formless foil. But if you get 2 hits that you can trade or sell, you'll at least get close to break even, and then you've got the bulk to help you out. So that's kind of my thinking on the math. I'm sure it's not great math. I'm sure it sounds like the guy that's got a system at the casino, but for me, that's what I'm finding. So I only try to buy 3 packs at a time. So speaking of buying 3 packs at a time, I've got several from Legend, legendary breaks on Whatnot. I'm not gonna spend too much time going through the bulk here, but we got plenty there. And our hits for this day was uncommon foil, common foil, common foil. We did get an epic foil, epic stellar tea set. Now this one, I'm curious. I see patterns now. I have my own sheets, and you can see how many cards I get every week, as well as I'm looking at other people's spreadsheets and trades for what they have to offer. I'm noticing a lot of people have Stellar Harmony tea set. A lot of people have Stellar Harmony tea set. So I know this is probably my 3rd or 4th common foil, and I've got 2 formless foils. I'm seeing a lot there. So I wonder if you are paying attention, should you be tracking how many hits? Maybe there's more tea sets in the earlier print runs, or possibly in the later if everyone's just opening up earlier ones now. I'm wondering if it's just a coincidence, because another one I'm noticing this with, another epic, is Baphomet. I'm seeing a lot of him on people's charts. So I'm wondering if they're like in batches and we're just in that first batch and we just haven't gotten to the rest. So keep an eye on this one, see if it dries up. Maybe you see it ripped less and less. And then some common foils. Here we go. We got another rare formless foil, Blackthorn. These umbras, I never, because I collect umbras, sometimes I will buy a juiced pack, which is buying a pack plus, the streamer will add a single to it. But if I did pull this one, great. That's good timing because I need the umbras. All right, so we've got this one. This was a big break. So this one was not sure why. Seems like more than 3 packs. But this one was another legend breaks. And, I know, I think I remember why. I think it was because I kept getting tokens. And so I kept getting token packs. I was like, I just give me something good. And so we just kept trying to pull until we got some tokens. So we got an uncommon formless foil, uncommon formless foil. Those might have been juices from legend to make up for the bad pulls. Did get an open in Cosmos though. I think that's my second one. So very excited for that. And then let's see, this feels like more bulk. So this was how many packs we got through. That was just bulk to try to get through. I'm not going to go through that. There might be a couple rares in there, but that's not what we're specifically here to see. And if I can find the tab on this one. Oh, it's just open. Okay. So this was probably, I'm not sure why those are separated, but a couple of things here. Just some foils. Looks like some foil, common foils. Nothing too, yeah. So that was just a bad day. I was just like, I just need to hit something, and I just could not hit it. And there's some more from that day as well. And then for some reason I got a 1-pack day. So this might have been, sometimes you get a package that UPS just decided to keep for 2 weeks. So this was a 1-pack day, but I got a Bello, good girl. This might have been the day where I was like, I need to stop buying single packs because I just get a pack like this and it just doesn't feel good. It's not worth it, especially with packs climbing up in price. So I think this might have been my last one. Legend did seem, I think he juiced it with a form of foil. So that was very kind of him. All right, last one from Legends. This was another big break. I think I don't know why, but this all came in one package. So I'm assuming it's from one break. So man, that is a lot of cards there. So I'm not sure why I bought that much, but we got a really exciting hit. And it came in a quill sleeve because I think I bought the mag case for it. Came in a quill sleeve, so I will show you that in a second. We got a couple hits in here, so let's see what we got in here. And this is the last of the streamers, so all the bulk there. So here's all the foils that were in there. And I'm not seeing anything too crazy. We got a Grail Heart. That's an epic, yeah. Nothing too crazy here that I'm seeing. We did get a foil pink spore. Do you have more foil pink spores than papers? Let me know, because I feel like everyone's getting more foils than papers. Yeah, so just a bunch of token packs, unfortunately. But we did get a good hit in a few of them. So before we get to the Quill MagSafe, what is it? What was in it? We got a Quadratusk Elephant, uncommon formless. We got a Isaac Sparkpaw, common formless. A Trinity Barboni, common formless. And this one, amazing, a Razia Balakai. He's the mythic tiger. So there's a set in here that are tigers. There's Tony Thickfur, that we lovingly call Tony the Tiger. He's an uncommon. There's a rare, I think there's an epic, and then there is a mythic. So there are tigers across. So very, very good get. But the one that came out of this day that was very good, it was a very big need, was a Marinus of Foulland. I actually tried to get this traded on stream, but I just couldn't work out the deal in time, so got it shipped. But as soon as I pulled this, the thing I like about legendary breaks, when you get a hit like this, he actually has accessories in the shop. So you can buy a mag case, which is very competitively priced, by the way. I think it's $5. But you can buy a mag case and he will put your hit in it and then ship it in the mag case. So that's very cool. No, I don't know of anyone else that's doing that. So I will be looking to trade this for a mythic common foil Umbra that I still need. So if you need a Marinus of Foulland, be sure to reach out to me in the Discord, American Texan, same name on the Discord. And also, if you buy a mag case and put something in it, Legend will do the solid and put a quill sleeve on top of it, which fits perfectly. It gets it real nice and snug in there. So those are my whatnot hits. This was definitely the hit of the week, and I'm very excited for this, but we got a lot more to get into. I'm going to share with you a couple of comics that I got from whatnot, as well as some crowdfunders. This is from artgerm and his studio, and I guess he has a collectible shop on, I know they do some exclusives for their studio, and I guess they sell them on whatnot. I've been watching a few of them. I know I got a cover in the last mail day video. This was a really good deal. I know what's in here, but he threw in a sticker, so I appreciate that. This is a exclusive from a convention. I believe it was in Canada or Toronto. I couldn't find anyone to go and get the comic cover of this art. So if you have this, I believe that's the one I'm thinking of. I need this comic cover, so let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. You can find me. My links in below. It's American Texan 13. Because apparently there's 12 other American Texans. All right, this is very cool, and I kept it wrapped. I haven't even looked at it because I love it when packages come in with this stuff, with wrapping. It's just a little fun. It's just a little added, like, it's almost like a present. Look at that. Little spoiler alert. This one has a certificate of authentication, a COA, if you will. But I don't have this cover. I normally like the trade dresses. I don't need the pure art, as artgerm calls it, or many people will call it the non-trade dress or virgin variant. But I don't have this Dazzler, and you just can't find her. It's very tough to find. This one and the Emma Frost artgerm pieces are very tough to find. So I am very, very glad that they had this one. It was a little bit pricey compared to what I usually like to pay. But for artgerm, buying something from him in his studio, it was a good price. And then I didn't even realize that this wasn't on my list. And this one is signed. And again, I get it with the trade dress. They have a non-trade dress version that's also signed. But this one escaped me. So this is from, I believe, 2017. I could be wrong. But this is earlier artgerm. I believe it was 2017. This was a studio-only variant, so you couldn't get this in shops. You couldn't get this anywhere except from his studio, which is probably how I just missed it. Because I don't track too many of his studio-only variants. And then, of course, this one is signed. And my rule for signed is I try not to spend too much more than the signature, especially because if it's the book that I know I'm just not going to read. It's basically like a large trading card, and I got it for the bottom of the barrel. Normally, if you find a book with artgerm signature on it, you're going to pay $40. You're basically paying to not wait in line, is what my comic shop owner, how she puts it. And so I got it for $40, and it was one of those things. He put it up there. I'm like, I'll just swipe one time, see if I can get it for the bargain basement price or whatever, and no one else wanted it, so I got it. So this is my second artgerm signed comic book. They also had last night, I didn't get any because it wasn't in the budget because I went hard over the weekend. They also had some signed trading cards that artgerm gave them, and I just couldn't go in on them because they were pretty pricey for single trading cards. So I couldn't get on those, but this is my second comic book. The other one is the Phoenix, I believe. But this one is very good. I think this will be highly sought after in the future. So yeah, very cool couple of buys and a free sticker from it too. So I'm very, very excited with that. Crowdfunder that I supported and came in. This is from John Dexter, Alpha Dogs. I actually did not discover them through crowdfunding. I literally bought a trade paperback from my comic shop on a stream. The way she described it sounded really cool. And I didn't realize that it was by the same guy that wrote Dime Store Detective, which is on Kickstarter. And I really, really enjoyed that one. A latest issue just came out if you want to go find it, Dime Store Detective. But Alpha Dogs number 5 came out. And so, I don't want to trade weight that one. I'll support and get the floppies, so to speak. So very excited. And they had this retro cover. I love getting the retro covers. It just reminds me of a time that I didn't get to know, which sounds funny, right? It reminds me of something I never knew. But I love this. I love the old school retro style. So I'm a sucker for these covers. So excited to read that. I'm probably gonna read I talked about this in my video the other day with these Kickstarters. You know, so much time goes between books. I'm probably going to read the trade before I read this. So I might not read this for a little bit. But speaking of retro covers, I got from the Rippaverse, Zaylin Must Die. Oh, excuse me, not Must Die. Zaylin, What Kills Must Die. That is one of the greatest catchphrases I've ever heard. Okay. I wanted to sit with this. You know, ideally as a YouTuber, you know, you want to get reviews out as fast as possible, but I read this through and I loved it so much. I'm like, I want to sit with it over the weekend and just let it be mine. Just let me enjoy this. So I will have a review up probably Thursday or Friday is the plan. But this throwback cover is so good. I can't remember who did it, but I'll shout them out in the review video. So if you want to see me review Zaylin, this was a very thick book, and this is one of the most beautiful art pieces. This might be my favorite Joe Bennett of the Rippaverse. So I did read it, but of course I'm going to include it here because it did come in on Friday. I think I read it Sunday. So this was a very cool book, very fun to read. Highly recommend it. If you like Green Lantern, I'm going to spoil it, not even spoil it, but I'm going to tell you the theme of the book is almost like Punisher in space. Hello, come on, that sounds so cool. And then I did, speaking of comics, I did want to wrap up with a couple of comic trading cards that I got. This one comes from Michael Bancroft and the Lucent folks. They did a trading card set for their comics, and I don't know why I did, but I wish I had gotten 3 because it's a very small set, and I believe 1 in 3 of these has a hit in it, an extra hit card. So I don't know why I only bought 1. I think this was a $10 pack, so I should have gotten 3. I just, you know, first time buying a card from this guy, and they do comics really well, but you never know how the cards are going to turn out. But I should have known better, because even if they didn't turn out great, I would have still loved them. I should have gotten a few more. So I don't know if he'll have any more available. I'll go check and maybe see if I can get that hit if I don't get it here. So we got a really cool, this isn't your typical trading card package here, right? I mean, this is art almost by itself. That is very, very cool. Now, there are, says right here, 200 base sets printed, 200 base sets printed. That seems like too many cards. Oh no, okay. So he printed 200 base cards. So I have 10 of them, right? 53 rare cards and 16 ultra rare cards. So I'm sure I didn't get a hit in these. So this will be fun to see who's trading these, because, you know, we're supporters of Bancroft. And you know, I imagine anyone that bought this is not buying it to resell or trade. So I'm sure that'll be a chase for me. So, ooh, these cards feel good. They got a good glossy finish. And I love the comic art on the back. I think that is such a good, you want the back of the card to be something meaningful. And some cards, you know, it's just your basic bio. But when they include comic art or a little factoid, that's really fun. So we got 5 in here. And look at that art. I mean, that is just so cool. And this is fresh art. This is new art. This is not reusing something from the comic. You could watch Michael's stream on YouTube as he drew these cards. So no hit in here. No hit in here. I only got 5. I only got 9 cards. So I guess that's how many are supposed to be in here. So no hit in this pack. I'm gonna go. I doubt there's gonna be any more that I can buy, but I would love to get another one. So this is just so cool. And it does say in here, okay, so it does say in here what the base cards are. So this is the base cards are going to be these. So for example, okay, so I guess I need to look up a little bit. So here's the base cards. So it looks like these 3 cards, these 3 cards. And so you see this art is from there. This is great YouTube content, right? It'll help me figure out what I got. And then there's the rare card, and there's the ultra rare card, I guess. Okay. So I'm sure I didn't get any of those. I got something greenish and red, but yeah, those came from there. So yeah. So anyways, I'm sure I just got base cards. So this was really cool. This was really cool. And you know, crowdfunders, to do something like this, they would usually probably need And it's not a bad thing. It's just, the working in a small economy makes things more expensive. They would probably want 20, 30 bucks for this. So the fact that you get it for 10 is really cool. And of course, you're supporting someone very cool. And then I got a couple comic cards. One was, I think, was a giveaway because it's not something that I usually get. So I got this Nova. This is from Breakers Row. So thank you, Breakers Row. And Purple Nova. So that'll be cool. That'll be cool to enjoy for a second, and then see if I can trade it for a card that I want. And I love this. I'm going to start doing this with my trades. This is how nerdy I am. I'm sure it's not that expensive to get cheap, and I'll get one of my designers to make something like this. So this is from The Graded Gamer. I don't know how I found her, but she is very fun to listen to. She's very enjoyable. I like watching Marvel card streamers who actually know Marvel know Marvel. I don't want someone that knows Marvel cards. It's one of the reasons why Spidey Hits is one of my favorites, because he grew up reading the comics. So he's like me. He likes the comic art as well as the original art. But this is Graded Gamer. She has her own collection. She knows a lot about the cards, but she also really enjoys the characters, it seems. And that's kind of the only thing we have left. I mean, you see me do Marvel comic reviews on the channel, and Marvel they're a mess right now. But to get the cards and at least have fun with them, we can still have fun with the comics characters we came up with. So this one she wrapped it in this little thing here. So I love this idea. I'm going to do something like this, but the QR code is going to go to my YouTube site. And I just think that's a really cool idea. She also included a sticker. I'm assuming this because I was a first-time buyer. I'm assuming not everyone gets one of these. And so I bought a Gwenpool from the annual 2017. This is before I started getting in cards, so I don't have any from this set. And I do like Gwenpool. I discussed her in the last video that I did, last comic review. I know a lot of people are not a fan of her. Not too huge of a fan of this art either. This it looks more like Japanime art. But to get a card, to get my set collection going, get a card from this set, I think is really cool. So I'm going to add the other parallels from here to my spreadsheet, and I will be looking for Gwenpool parallels. So Graded Gamer, thank you for that. Thank you for the sticker that's going to go in my guitar case. And yeah, so and this is such a good idea. So heads up, if we do a trade in the next couple weeks, you might get something like this that'll have a little nice wrapping of your cards, as well as a QR code for your YouTube channel. All right, perfect. And then the last thing, I know we're not done yet. We're 2/3 of the video. I've got trades that I got from friends in the Discord. This one you're not going to want to miss. So I'm going to put that right there. That'll be last. All right, so we're going to look at this last because that's my favorite hit. Spoiler alert, if you watched last week's video, you might already know what's in here. But let's go through these. I got permission to shout out all of the trades, people that what do you call them, traders that I traded with. Many of what I traded for during this week was for Umbras. So a lot of these are going to be Umbras that I needed to complete my Umbrathine deck. This first one, this might be, I talked about the Graded Gamer, how she put that paper promo in the card. This I think was so cool. So true story, no lie on the Discord. And by the way, I already unpackaged and unwrapped everything. So everything here, everyone that I'm shouting out, packaged it great. So if you see me take raw cards out of a bag, well, you won't see the bag because I have the names on it. But yeah, when you see me grab raw cards, I've already unpacked them, unwrapped them, and looked at them and approved what's in there. So don't think that it just came raw like that. But this made my day, really. So true story, no lie, did enlightenment in the character break. And so he said he's got like 30 of these extra copies. He wrote me a little note. And I just think that is so cool. That is, that just warms my heart, I guess. So I'm be a little cheesy Southerner there. But, just a nice little personal note because we were always talking, hanging out on whatnot and hounding each other. And I guess sometimes I outbid him. I didn't know I was capable of outbidding anyone. So let's see what I got. So I got a common foil Boneless Harp, common foil Dream Reaver, common foil Reforged Summoning Platform, and a common foil Keeper of Jury Skulls. I got a couple papers, I guess, to fill in some gaps, which is cool. And he put this in black. I'm sure these are Dragon Shields, so that's cool. And some formless foils, Blasting Duel, uncommon. Dark Iron City, uncommon. And then Crypt, Reach Province, and Fortune Dealer come in full. So I don't remember what the trade was. I write down what I'm trading, but I don't write what I trade for. So unfortunately, I don't remember what I traded for, but apparently it was something good because I got some good cards out of it. This is probably, I don't know, probably a Mythic or a couple Epics, I don't know, but there's probably a couple cards to get all these. So very excited, very gap-filling card there. Thank you, True Story, No Lie. 5 out of 5. Great to work with and great packaging as well. All right, next we got a trade from Hanging Bananas. Hanging Banana, I don't know the number, I just wrote Hanging Bananas, but on the Discord. So shout out Hanging Bananas for this trade. I got a epic Dark Healer Formless Foil, a rare Cave Dwelling Toe Lighter. I hate this card, but you know, I need it for the collection. That is a rare Formless Foil, and a Charging Pulpo, which is an uncommon Formless Foil. These almost look the same, don't they? Almost look. It almost looks like they could have done alt arts, but they chose to use them as separate cards. So let's see. This one's a rare, so this one is more rare than the Charging Pulpo. But yeah, that is a little similar. But hey, great get. So 5 out of 5 again for Hanging Bananas. Great trade. All right, next one. Shout out to Broton on the Discord. We did 3 trades together apparently. And again, you never know with the USPS that we ship through. You never know. It says 3 to 4 days, but I don't think I made 3 trades with Broton in a week. So if you ever feel like those 3 days are turning into a week or 2 weeks, you're not the only one. Okay. So don't get too disheartened if something takes too long. So we've got some. So this was a trade, I think, for a couple Mythics that I had. I know. Every time I get some greens, I message Broton. So he put it, this is a stack of cards. They're all in a sleeve. These are just paper cards I need for a deck. Just a couple uncommons, probably a rare or two. But some Umbras, this is another one I needed for a deck. See a few papers in there. And so Staff of Eldritch Tribesmen on the paper. I like that. We got a couple of foil Grail Heart, another paper Baron, rare. I believe I traded a paper Mythic for this one, so very excited to have that one. And we got a Formless Foil, Deep Pincer, Flash, and a Staff. Ooh, man. Ooh, this was a good trade to get a Formless Foil Staff and the Baron as well. So thank you, Broton. Actually, no, not thank you, because we're still going. We are still going. I got another one from Broton here. Oh, yes. This one. And by the way, you know, I usually take these off, but I wanted to keep this one hidden. We'll open that also last, because that's another huge hitty that I wanted. And then this one came by itself from Broton. This is a paper Epic End of Bloodline. I think we just traded papers on that one. So beautiful stuff. I'm very excited. You know what? Let's go ahead and open this one. Let's give Broton the shout out. So always appreciated when we get these dinger protectors. I just basically, unless you're just getting paper and I'm sending PWE, I'm always gonna cut a bunch of cardboard, thick cardboard like this. So always appreciate that. This one was actually my first trade with Broton, and I traded an OCM, I believe. I believe you just did an OCM swap. Could be wrong on that. But this one is a big hit that I've been looking for, and I got him. This is the first one. The other one I want to get is number 13. But Remains of Barnabas. Barney is my big chase. He is the one that I want the full rainbow on. I now have the Formless and OCM. So, I mean, it's common, so it's not that hard to get. But I also want the Stone Foil. And I know that's going to take a long time. But to get that OCM, and I don't collect a lot of OCMs, but Barney, for some reason, he's my favorite. Have you met Barney? I also love his flavor text. Eternal life comes with eternal servitude. And I just, I cut my teeth on the Umbra theme playtest deck, and he's just annoying and he just never stops. So I really enjoy this card. So thank you, Broton. Shout out Broton. Fantastic packaging. Very easy to work with. Let's do an eBay because unfortunately I wasn't paying attention. This is from an eBay purchase. The name escapes me. Let me look it up real quick. Ans Leon, A-N-S, Leon, Leon. This was a single I forgot I bid on because I also traded. So now I have an extra paper Nocturna. If you need an extra paper Nocturna, I have one to trade. But this was an eBay purchase. This was a great price. So I just put a bid in and no one else bid on it. I think it's because it had a, and this is not a critique on Leon too much. I'm not trying to be hard on him, but the picture was not very good. It was just miscolored, didn't have the best lighting, says a guy without the best lighting. But it was so cheap. I mean, for this, I was like, I don't care if it's all beat up, and if it is color warped, I can use it for play if I need to. I don't care about play cards being in the best condition, but no, it's in great condition. You just didn't take a good picture of it. So eBay approval for Leon. All right, and then I got a big purchase from Dr. 2U on Discord. So shout out Dr. 2U. Just went through his collection and bought a lot of singles that I needed. And I think I got a really good price. So these I'm going to take a little bit more time with. We got the Formless Foil Gura. We got another paper Witch Warden. So I got two now. So I got one to play with, one for the binder, or one for the binder and one to trade. So that's cool. Formless Foil Deconstruct, Formless Foil Wretched Mirror, Formless Foil Volthok, Vamp Assassin. That's a cool art. Like that one. Fortress Oscar, as we lovingly call, Chained Crow. Lots of common foils here to fill out a collection. Bone Keeper. Here we go. We got a rare there. We've got another. This is an uncommon. Dream Reaver. All right, now Power of Bloodlines. Demonic Wolfman. Deathsworn Grazeman. Here we go. Here's the rare stuff. Hester Dust. This one's a little tough to find sometimes. Not many people have pulled them. And a Mythic paper, Raoul Lightman. Should be Raoul Darkman, but because it's Umbra. But glad to have that one. This will go in the binder. I don't think I have a deck that I'm going to be using this with, but another Mythic to have for the collection. So Dr. 2U, fantastic packaging, fantastic to work with. I'm not good at negotiations, but I think he gave me a really good deal for all this. In fact, I even went back and I'm not going to say why, but I bought a couple more cards because something good could happen. And then I got three more here from Jimmy. I'm sorry, not Jimmy. Jangle Leg Jones. I got one from Jangle Leg Jones and two from Jimmy G. Okay, so I think I got my packages mixed up here, but I believe this is from Jangle Leg Jones on Discord. Okay, so shout out Jangle Leg Jones on Discord. This was really well packaged. Very, very well packaged. This was some papers that I needed, I believe, for a deck. And I think I gave him two Mythics or a Mythic. I can't remember. Maybe a Mythic and Epic. But I got these for a deck I'm working with, as well as I think I just needed that one for the binder. So very simple, very easy trade with Jangle Leg Jones. I believe we're working on a couple other deals, but that one we could go ahead and push through. So awesome stuff. And then I got two from Jimmy G on Discord. Make sure I got his name right. Yeah, Jimmy G 2278. Shout out. Two trades with him. This one was more for the binder. So we got a Baron the Unstable, Endless Ram, okay, Twilight March. For some reason, this one is not hitting very much. I had to trade just for a rare paper. And I still want, this is one of the ones I have none of. I don't have the foil and I don't have the Formless Foil. And the Formless Foils, for some reason, are going a lot. They're going a lot for, well, I guess it is an Epic. But yeah, Formless Foils, I mean, some people are asking 75 for the Formless Foil Twilight March. I think that's too much, but teach their own. And then some foils here that I need for the binder, Pollen's Viewer, Deathsworn Gravesman, End of Bloodline. So yeah, very good. And then we had another trade, and I think we got one more we're working on or is in the mail. And again, I wasn't paying attention, so I got another Nocturna paper and a Jan the Magician paper. And he did tell me one of these, I think it was the Baron, that it did have a small nick at the bottom, but that's fine. I'm just collect for the binder. I'm not getting anything graded. But another couple Mythic rares, so, Mythic Umbras. So my paper Mythic Umbra is filling out nicely. I've probably got them halfway through now. So I'm very excited for that. All right, now, the last one. So, and thank you, Jimmy G. Fantastic trade to trade with all these guys. So let me just do a run through real quick. Shout out Broton, Dr. 2U, Hanging Bananas, True Story No Lie, Jimmy G, and Jangle Leg Jones for the fantastic trades this week. And I love trades because you don't gotta spend any money. Get all these great, fantastic cards right here for no money except for shipping. And the last one, I have not gotten a shout out approval on. I messaged him, hey, I got it in. This is not our first trade. I think it's our second trade. But he did not give me approval to shout out. So I'm not going to shout out yet. So, and this is one foil prisoner. I am very excited to get this. I saw this person pull it on stream. And I saw it and I was like immediately like, hey, I want it. And I gave him my best trade. I said, look, I will trade you a mythic, a foil Emma for it. So you saw me open up the foil Emma in a couple of mail day videos. And so I saw him open this and I immediately said, hey, let me do a trade. The funny thing is, he said, he's like, oh yeah, that's fine. Cause this is actually my second one. And I'm like, you dog, he's showing off. I think he collects prisoners. We call him the prison warden, or I call him the prison warden, or sometimes porn stash. So anyways, so I traded my mythic foil Emma for the foil prisoner. And the funny thing is, he's like, I got another one coming in. I think it's a better grade, but I want to wait and see. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Cause I want you, if we ever do a deal and you have duplicates, I want you to have the better graded one. Most things that I'm trading for are going to be for play decks or for the binder. So for example, if it's going to go in the binder, I think it's going to look good either way. I put it in a perfect fit and then I put it in the binder sleeve. And so I don't, for me, it's just completion is what matters. So this one, I think it looks great. So I don't know what he saw, but he gave me, I think, a good one too. So I just wish, you didn't always see the scratches and scuffs, even on a brand new one out of the case. You see a bunch of scratches and scuffs on these top loaders. And that, just kind of, you can't get a great look at it. But foil prisoner, big hit of the week. Well, not hit, but big trade of the week. So thank you everyone that I traded with this week. I will not have as many packages to go through in the next mail day videos because I've severely shrunk down what I'm doing on whatnot. So I will, and I probably won't have as many trades because I've traded all my good cards in 1 week. So mail day videos, I do not think are going to be over 30 minutes or 40 minutes or however long this is. But if you watch the whole thing or you just jumped around, I appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe to follow for more content. Just watch the videos you want. If you're here for the cards, watch the cards. If you're here for the comics, watch the comics. But each one of you guys, I'm just humbled by. I have YouTube experience. I've done a lot, but to sit here and just share my passion with you guys, share my hobby, and have someone to talk about it with, that's not going to roll their eyes and say, all right, now let's get back to work. Right? I think that's fun. So I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, what is your favorite thing that I got today? What did you get in the mail? Let me know. I love talking cards, love talking comics, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.